Hi YouTube. I want to talk about Cardi B. She has her second #1 hit called I Like It. It will debut as a #1 song this week on the Billboard charts, the Billboard Hot 100. She's made history being the first solo female rapper to have two #1 hits in the country, as well as to have two #1 hits on one album. Now, the funny thing is that Lauren had more multiple #1 hits as well, but because Lauryn Hill is so multifaceted, she had a #1 hit with Doo Wop, that thing on her solo album, Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, 20 years ago. But before that, she had also a #1 called Killing Me Softly, the Roberta Flack classic remake. Um, she sang on it. She sang the whole song. She did not rap at all. So that kind of makes it where she's #1 for a group and #1 as a solo artist. But if you talk about just the impact of what Cardi is doing on the charts, I mean, she's striking with the iron hot. I mean, she has a baby on the way. She had a secret marriage. She had a secret marriage to Offset, and with that information that came out, she's managed to score a second #1 without the same efforts as she did for Bodak Yellow when that became #1. Seems like she was everywhere, but now it's like she has so many recent hits, recent top fives, recent top tens with other artists and collaborations going on all at once that she doesn't really have to do anything but have this baby, chill, and then get back to what she loves to do. Um, I think it's nice. I mean, really, she is a Cinderella story. You know, we have all picked her to be the fish out of water type, um, star is born type. You know, it's really her personality. She was always giving all of herself, good, bad, ugly. She always had views and expressed them in her way, and people like that. People like authenticity. People like someone that has a good heart and is able to give. And she's been able to do that consistently through social media and other forms. And, you know, I really am proud of her success. I mean, I was happy when I saw Bodak Yellow chart, and I just wanted it to be #1. I wanted her to be that story. She has a lot of haters, but really you can't really hate as much because she's getting the success. You have to, you know, try to do things on your own and try to get that success for yourself, even if it's not in the form of #1 hits or top 5 hits. But you know, I don't think I've seen anyone bombard the charts because, you know, every female rapper started from success to success. You had Queen Latifah with Ladies First, and then you had UNITY. You had MC Lights. You had, you know, Yo-Yo. It's so many female rappers. You had Salt and Pepper that had #1 hits that sold millions of records. So they all have their own little records. And you got Nicki Minaj. She had her 73 bombarded Hot 100 tracks, but they were really songs that she just dropped, whether they charted high or not. They included in that tally of that chart. So now she had the most Hot 100 entries of Billboard history of any female artist, which is good, you know, beating Aretha Franklin. But I really think that Cardi B has bona fide hits. Like, her songs chart in the top 5. So it's hard to do that. It's hard to get top tens, but to continuously chart, I mean, even if she's aligning herself with the right people, she's winning all around. I mean, people made her get off Twitter. You know who I'm talking about. But uh, and Instagram. She deleted her Instagram page, but then she came back on, you know, and we don't care. We don't care about that. Any other female rapper, if it was Nicki, they would have had a field day with her, you know, deleting her Instagram account because somebody said something about her. but there's a difference. I think Nicki is someone that provides more talent. Let's be honest. She's a more talented rapper. She's more diverse. If you listen to Monster, Kanye West, she demolished everybody on that track. Roman's Revenge, toe to toe with Eminem, and these are things that she did when she first came out, but she kind of lightened up and popped it out, and became that type of artist, pop rap. It's the thing about Nicki is that she's good, but you don't want her to win, and that's not a good thing. You don't want her to win, but Cardi B, you want her to win. So anything Cardi B drops, even if it's not as good as something Nicki Minaj has done, it's like that's gonna chart higher because it's a popularity contest. She's accepted. They want her to win. Um, People won't ever say that she's a better rapper than Nicki Minaj, but Nicki Minaj gives off something that people just still don't like. And I don't know. It's one of those things is when you have a following and you have people that love you, but it's something about not attaining that number one single for Nicki that I don't know. I think that bothers her because she released 73 singles. One of them should have hit number one. I mean, because now when you get that number one, you're distinguished as the number one artist. No matter what or how long the hit was, you can say, hey, I had a number one single, even if you're a one-hit wonder. So I know that bothers Nicki a little bit, and her fame now is declining, and it bothers people that Nicki is compared to Cardi, but we're not comparing talent. I don't think anybody's comparing that or want to deny Nicki, but let's be honest here. It's about popularity, and Cardi B has that. Cardi B is loved, and she gives off something that's infectious and pulls you in. Hey, another thing I want to talk about is I did make a video about Lee Daniels and Damon Dash and him running up to Lee Daniels at a Diana Ross concert asking for his $2 million. And now I saw an interview that he recently did with Raquel from TMZ. She got something called Rack Rants online, and uh, I'm not going to talk about the interview and how it was conducted. I'm not going to speak badly, but he did expose some things that I would hope he would want to do, because at this point it makes Lee Daniels look bad. He has millions of dollars, he has opportunity, he has high value in his name in terms of Star, Empire, and all these shows. But when it came to nobody believing in him in Hollywood, Damon Dash did. Damon Dash put up his money, and it was nice to hear him say that. However, it's really kind of disingenuous to say that at the concert when Damon Dash approached him, he just realized that it just wasn't right, that he looked at it as an investment that he lost money in. That's why he didn't pay Damon Dash. He said lawyers got in his ear, and but made him not see that on the streets, if Damon Dash gives you money as a loan, you pay him back if you say you would pay him back. He gave you money for The Woodsman and Shadowboxer. When Shadowboxer didn't make any money, even though it was a good movie, it basically put Damon Dash in a mind state where, hey, I'll believe in you, put me on something else. Lee Daniels never did that. Lee Daniels never did that. And I don't believe that it took him all this time to realize that he needs to pay Damon Dash's money out of just the belief that he had in him, and him even admitting that without Damon Dash, he wouldn't even have a career, which is great to hear. But it's just really, I feel like it made him look bad. So he has to say it. It's on tape. He admitted it. It was a settlement. He's already lost a settlement that he never paid back. And Damon Dash is suing him again. And he didn't have to. At this point, he's getting sued again. He could have just let it ride out in the media, but it was nice to hear Damon Dash get validation. Now, on Monique, he didn't have anything but words of saying that Monique is disrespectful to Oprah, Tyler Perry, and him, and he feels that she signed on to play a part, and they both bared their soul to create art, and I agree with that. She agreed to $50,000, but to her point, I don't think her contract extended to international promotions, is what Monique had the issue with in the first place, going to Cannes Film Festival in the south of France to promote Precious, when she was done and contractually obligated to American press, and she did all the press runs, she did the award show run within America. And when they wanted her to go internationally and not pay her, she didn't want to do that. So she felt like they blackballed her, Oprah, Tyler Perry, and Lee Daniels. And it's just different. It's not the same as Damon Dash being owed money. It's not the same. But people are putting it in the same ballpark. Monique is right. Even I said maybe Monique is right. Maybe she is, but it's two different things. It's about principle, it's about honor, and if Lee did not have that towards Damon Dash, it's easy to believe he didn't have that towards Monique. But on paper, she did do everything that she was obligated to do. If she didn't carry it further and promote Precious, then that's on her. Any repercussions came from that. If people found her difficult to work with, I believe they only probably found her difficult because of that, because she wanted money after the movie was done, after she got paid her $50,000, which is a low amount, but at the end she won an Oscar. She could have taken that to higher success, but she didn't. I remember her being on a show one time, and she said, if my money ain't right, it was something, I'm paraphrasing, but she said, I'm serious about my money. And she said it like she was a pimp, and even I don't care if it's 35 cents. Monique don't give a damn. She wants all her change, no matter what it is. And so it's really sad. I wish they would come to some agreement, but she leaked tapes from Tyler Perry's conversation, and I just don't agree with that, because he was trying to help. He was trying to be the bigger person and call her. And, she thinks he should see certain things, and her husband trying to teach him, some things about the business. And, I really think that it's more of a integrity thing. Like I said, Hollywood is sometimes fake a lot of the time. And, you don't want to deal with fake people, fake industry people, promising you things. And, you definitely want to be honorable with what you do in Hollywood, and the moves that you make, and the deals that you make with the people you meet. You just want to be that way. You want to have that reputation. If somebody's bashing your name, saying you're difficult and you're really not, just because they're not happy about how you did not promote a movie, that's absolutely wrong. But if you were really difficult and you don't want to admit it, and it leaves you with a reputation in Hollywood, it stops you from getting roles, stops people from wanting to work with you, you got to look within yourself to see, where did I go wrong? So it's a lot of not backing down on both sides. But, hopefully everything will work out for Monique. She needs to be the permanent host of the BET Awards for the next 5 years. I think people would enjoy that, and people would like seeing her in an element like people like when she was on the Parkers. People liked Monique as a real person, not this vigilante justice type of chick. Vigilante justice is cool, but when you have opportunities that other people don't have, we got to see your work. We want to see you now use your opportunities. We don't want you to hold yourself up. So hopefully everything works out for Tyler Perry, Lee Daniels, and Oprah to come together and try to help restore Monique's career or her reputation, if they did anything wrong to help cause it to be harmed. Um, As far as the Damon Dash thing, he said he would get his money. Lee Daniels will pay Damon Dash his money, and all will be good. But let's see what happens. I don't know. People say a lot of stuff, but you got these things on tape. So hopefully everything works out. Again, my name is Darrell Harper. I wrote a book called Scared of Light. You can go to scaredoflight.com. The book is available on Amazon and Barnes and Nobles and a lot of other places. You just search Scared of Light, The Dream Memoirs of Russell Banks. Some more stuff coming for you, and appreciate you. You can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. All the links are at the bottom. Please hit subscribe. I would love that. I appreciate it. And I will definitely respond to comments and, be back and forth with you. I love this community of YouTube. Please, please support. Thank you. Peace.